or for introducing me. And I'd also like to acknowledge that it's a privilege for me to be here representing Council Bluffs Schools as the first intern in the summer internship program. So my name is James Hoag. I'm going to share with you my experience working at TS Bank over the summer, being a data scientist intern. So as a little outline over my presentation, I'm going to start with an introduction of myself and show you a little details on how I got the job. I'm also going to go over important things that I learned, such as what I learned in the workplace environment, the technical aspect of being a data scientist, and the importance of being on a team in business. And I'm also going to share how it helped me personally. So, as an introduction, my name is James Hoag. I'm a senior at Thomas Jefferson High School, and I'm involved in some activities like National Honor Society and DECA, and I'm also going to soon become an Eagle Scout in the Boy Scouts of America. So, how I got the job, I was informed through emails from my computer science teacher that there would be a data scientist club before school that could lead to an internship over the summer. So I started attending the club, and we learned about different data science topics. And there were other students in there as well. And after the club had ended, all the students entered a interviewing process, and I was selected and began working at TS Bank in June of this year. So some things I learned in the workplace environment. I learned that it's important to have dedication and fulfill expectations of not only your employer, but also your coworkers. Different things you need to get done. I learned about a lot. Also, it's important. I learned that it's important for me that the employees at where I'm going to be working are treated with dignity and respect, because at TS Bank, it was a very friendly environment. I also learned that I enjoy a relaxed but productive atmosphere in the workplace. So this was a more casual environment where we were not dressed up as much, but we were friendlier, but also we would get things done during the day. We'd have a schedule and everything. So other important things I learned were the daily tasks of having a full-time job. So things like meeting new people and getting to know them and remembering names. Also, organizing and attending meetings was a new thing for me. And I also threw in, I learned how it was to experience lunch with coworkers rather than students or friends. And at my work specifically, me and my coworkers would often walk down to the local businesses and Trainer and get lunch, or just sit outside at our picnic tables, and this is kind of how we got to know each other. Just talked about different things like where I should go to college and stuff like that. Another important thing I learned here was the technical aspect, being a data scientist. So we worked a lot in the database with different information, and we used SQL, which is represented by SQL, made by Microsoft. It's a programming language that basically lets us manipulate data and organize different things for whatever we're looking for, sort data around. I also learned the importance of having a data science team in the business, which some of the things we did were sort data and help other departments of our business. And we'd use this, they'd use this information to make better business decisions. We also worked in Python, which is another programming language that's more common, like C++ or Java, if you've heard of those. And we use this for more advanced ways of pulling the data out and specifically sorting it. Lastly, I worked on a team, which was a very important thing to learn. As we had our team specifically had a lot of team synergy because everyone kind of had their own area of expertise, and we'd always use this to solve whatever problem we were working on. And with the individual roles in our team, a lot of the time, if someone wasn't understanding something, the person who was more experienced in that would kind of get up and show everyone why things are being done and the best choices we should make, and this kind of just helped a lot. We like taught each other things, and I'd also like to point out this member of my team right here. His name's Faisal. He's an immigrant into our country, and he hadn't had the opportunity to be close with computers until he was about 20 years old. But since he's moved here, working at TS Bank, he has the most advanced computer in our entire team by far, and he used it really well. He's really, really good with computers now. So I thought that was interesting, and there's a lot of other stories like that with our team too. So as for my personal growth, working here, it gave me exposure to this area of IT, which I know I'm interested a lot in computer science, but this helped me learn more specifically about this area and kind of broaden my view of what I might be interested in. I also learned a lot about responsibility and time management, being in a full-time job as a high school student. It kind of showed me how I'm going to have to manage my time in the future. I also learned a lot about the departments of a business because prior to this I hadn't had any exposure to the marketing or HR department of anything, so it was a good experience. I'd also like to say that working here has definitely improved how I feel my future is going to be. It's prepared me a lot, and I think it was a really good opportunity as a high school student. And with that, I'm open to any questions. If there's anything.
How many people applied and how many